And welcome to the No Name Yet podcast, the podcast with no name. And on the show tonight is Gritty, and the other guy on the show, Mo.
Yes, and we, as you can see, we left Pastor in our last location. So
yeah, we left him at the falls.
we left him.
Iconic Falls.
Yeah, we couldn't.
We just kept staring at it, so we just took the drive ourselves.
I mean, actually, we walked away when he was just staring at his phone. So,
Well, that was at the Gorges, which we'll get to. The Tukawanga Falls, he just kept staring at it, so we just left. He didn't notice.
oh, that's true.
The
You know, he
Chukwuemeka Falls. What were those?
Whatever it's called.
The
I
ones
don't
that
Mo,
had the
Mo,
guy-
listen, Mo didn't even know we were at a falls. He thought we were at McDonald's. That's
I didn't.
how out of it he was. He didn't know where we were.
I heard $11, and I could have sworn I heard 2 cheeseburgers, 3
I thought we were
fries.
at a drive-through.
I was like, okay, we getting McDonald's. I was so happy. And then I walked up and it was a bunch of white people walking in the line to this path. I was like, what is happening?
Oh, going on a hike.
How much weed did you smoke behind my back?
Behind your back, I smoked.
Did you smoke
none.
any weed? No. You
No.
were with me the whole. We didn't leave each other's sight like the whole time.
I mean, I was offered.
Huh?
By who? Jackson?
The one guy that was walking past us.
Oh yeah, he did offer us bud. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he did offer us, but Gritty turned it down for the both of us.
Yeah.
All right, for the people watching at home,
Yes.
this episode is about our vacation to
Yes.
Ithaca, New York.
Beautiful vacation.
Yes, and that's what they're talking about right now.
One of my favorite places I've ever seen, and I can't wait to go.
Back again. Yes.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
again.
What we starting with?
So much.
So what we're going to start with is when we started out our travels, we stopped first at the city of Cortland,
Mhm.
the city where I went to college. We checked out the campus, drove through the campus, went to the waterworks, and looked
Ducks? You saw the ducks?
yeah, I was going to say we looked at ducks.
Favorite.
If anybody, if I don't know if she watches the show, but if Chris Trapini happens to be watching, that Chris, there were no deer. We didn't see any deer, but there were ducks.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting because the site, the Cortland, was so much better than we thought. Pastor was speaking about it, because usually when he talks about something, we're like, oh my god,
You like
it's gonna be-
AGT?
Yeah, exactly. So the restaurant was fantastic. Thank you for
Oh,
that.
let him get to that. Let him get to
Yeah.
that.
All right,
Yeah.
so
He's gonna go to that.
we're jumping right in, and I have a clip
Oh,
of us at the restaurant.
I don't know what he taped.
Oh, I didn't even know he was taping us.
Oh boy.
We are standing outside the Hollywood restaurant in Cortland, New York. Mo and Gritty are with me on vacation, and we're in my college town, Cortland, New York. We just rode through the campus, and now we found the Hollywood open. It is still open, and this was the best place to come eat some Italian food. My parents used to come up, and we used to come here to the Hollywood, and we would come down with the theater department as often as we could afford it. So we're gonna go in and see if the food is still worth talking about.
I'll let you know if it's trash.
We'll tell you. All right, there's us coming in.
Oh, you got a
Going around.
slideshow.
Yep, there's the
You know,
statue.
you mentioned that, and I didn't even know that.
In a restaurant,
you were taking a picture.
I was like,
and Mo is deciding what he's going to start with.
Start with.
yeah. Is it the salad guys or the cheese fries?
Let's hope today he doesn't end up in the bathroom vomiting.
There's no pork in my system.
We'll see how the cheese does.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
No alcohol.
No alcohol.
There's the
I'm
patio.
taking that.
There's the front of the restaurant.
Wow, what a pose! You were doing your Peter Pan impression in that last picture.
Yeah.
What a magic boy.
That was a nice restaurant. I love it.
It was a nice restaurant.
Some of the best mozzarella sticks I ever had.
Really?
That's right. You did say that.
They weren't soggy. They weren't stiff. They were just right. Some of the best mozzarella sticks ever.
What a compliment, man. You know, I didn't remember the sign looking so good in my memory, and then I saw it in that video. I was like, wow, that sign looks fantastic.
They had a Batman Forever poster in the entrance, and I marked out for that. I love that. Batman Forever, one of the best Batman movies of all time. So that was nice.
Yep.
They had a lot of memorabilia around.
Yeah, a lot of memorabilia.
Lucille Ball was joining us at our table.
That's right. Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yep.
And the spaghetti was as good as I remembered it.
Full of sauce, way too much sauce, drowning.
I love it when they put a lot of sauce on it.
Drowning in sauce.
It was good.
Do you have acid problems in your stomach?
Just a little bit. But
Yeah.
sauce doesn't bother it.
Because you have the tomato sauce, though. Isn't that very acidic?
Yeah, mine is mostly induced by stress, I think.
Oh, we can get to that.
Yeah, that's
today.
the first excuse every Italian says before they pass out.
Well, we know you're definitely stressed on that trip a little bit.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
I mean, there was some good pictures. One of them I didn't remember. I was like,
I don't remember a lot of that.
what? When did he take that? He was just sneaking in stuff, as always.
Well, he was very excited to be there.
I was very excited.
Favorite diner.
And we were waited on by the owner's daughter.
That's right.
They were going 36 years strong.
Lovely waitress.
Yes.
She was awesome.
Working hard.
She was
Yeah.
working.
A lot
hard.
going on. A little big party in the back.
Right.
Mhm.
A lot of people there for a Monday afternoon.
Right.
I was very surprised about that. I
Yeah.
was like, wow.
Can't wait to go back.
Yes. Yep. So Cortland was great. You know, we spent maybe a couple hours in Cortland.
Did we? Yeah, I guess like 2 hours. Like
Maybe
an hour and a
total.
half. Yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was about 2 hours. Yeah, we ate, we sat, we walked around a little bit. Yeah, and then we took some pictures outside, watched the nature, and proceeded on.
Yep. Then we went to Ithaca.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ithaca, beautiful place. Continue, Pastor. I'm excited for this portion.
And so we navigated, we found our way to the proximity of the hotel. There's a lot of construction going on in Ithaca. And I was so glad that our focus was going to be the Commons, which is a pedestrian area with a lot of shops and restaurants, the vibe, a pulse.
Nice vibe.
Nice vibe. And we stayed at the Marriott at the one end of the Commons. And so we walked around a bit, and then we decided to go to the gorge that's right in the city. And I meant to write the name of the gorge down, but I didn't.
Didn't know there was multiple. I thought that was the only one.
In the
I was
city.
enlightened later on.
But I guess somebody said there's more than one gorge in the city.
Yes, that was me. I actually talked to a few people after we were finished done hiking, and they were mentioning there was a few that was in the location. All we had to do was look at that little booklet thing that was in the hotel that no one bothered. But yeah, it had like a few.
I opened it.
Did you? Do you really?
He did. He read it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw him reading it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, there was one only like 8 minutes away from where we were actually.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple there, they were saying that they have seen a few of them so far. They've been there for a few days, and they were seeing a lot of the locations. And then they.
Yeah, you're talking about the lady that busted her ass.
No. The couple that was sitting next to each other, the blonde hair lady.
She fell.
Did she?
Wasn't the lady that fell? Yeah, that was her.
No.
I thought that was her.
No, that wasn't the same lady.
She was the one walking barefoot through the gorge, and
Mm-mm.
boom.
No, that was an older lady. This lady was.
Oh, I thought you were talking to her. I thought you were talking to her.
I did talk to her, but that was
Okay, so that's what I thought you were talking to.
She really wasn't that old.
I thought she was like 50, 60 years old.
Yeah, she was probably in her 50s.
That's
So
compared
you're
to
saying that that's not old.
compared to the lady that I was talking to that was in her 30s.
If I'm still alive, you tell me how you feel in your 50s.
I'm gonna feel great.
I'll feel great. My name is Young. I have the last name Young,
Right.
and I still look like a child. I will always be young.
She was an older lady. We didn't say elderly.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's stretching it.
Oh, my, stretching it.
Stretching it.
My old crickety neck.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the second you start whining about exercise in terms of like, and
Oh, don't even get me started talking about whining about exercise, because are you gonna go there? Let him talk about it. Let him talk about
Well,
it.
let's watch the video first, and then
Yeah.
we'll talk.
And we'll talk about exercise. Wow.
There's the falls. There's Mo.
Mhm.
And there's Gritty.
Candid shots. Oh, panorama. Panorama.
Yep.
Pamela.
The only one he did right.
You're not gonna go any farther up.
I didn't bring my walking shoes. I didn't bring my hiking gear. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is treacherous. Look at this. This is ridiculous. It's a treacherous trail. There's like people have died on this trail. I see bones over here. People have been missing for days.
We walked up 5 minutes.
That's
5
more minutes than I thought.
The dog can walk back.
I didn't bring any hiking. I'm wearing white shoes, and you got me hiking. And look at this. Unsafe. There is no rail between me, us, and death right there. If somebody goes crazy and decides to knock us off, we're done. This is unsafe working conditions, and I don't like it at all.
You almost fell. That's what you get. You almost busted your ass.
Got us in an unsafe environment. Unsafe. Look at this. Unsafe. Unsafe. This person. Unsafe. You're exploring steps and a waterfall. You're not Christopher Columbus. Okay? Relax. You don't got no map. You don't got no compass. You have an iPhone, and you have like, you're 2 seconds away from civilization. Calm down.
Yes. I'm upset that that's blocked.
I am too.
What's there's a Park Avenue?
Oh, it's Carl Sagan's house.
Is there other trails?
Yeah, this goes all the way up to Cornell.
But is there other trails?
There's other gorges.
Okay,
But this is the only one that's like located like right in the city, I think. The only one I know of.
Oh wow. But I mean, there's no trails within this gorge?
No. I'm feeling like I'm gonna go crazy. I'm going crazy.
There's things.
Naked beaches. I heard that the gorge had naked beaches, and I wanted to go to a new beach for once in my life. And I thought this was a perfect opportunity, and now we can't go further. Oh, come on.
What's up, Chris?
Would have took some pictures for Judd. He would have enjoyed it.
He's a conquistador. He's exploring. Conquistador, okay? Relax.
I felt really uncomfortable for how close that camera got to me.
I stand by my statements in that video.
Do you really?
Yeah. First of all, I was wearing white shoes. I wasn't warned about trails.
Poor Cardi.
Okay.
I said we're gonna hike a gorge.
No. I already told you no hiking before the trip. I already said that. I said I wasn't
When
gonna go
did you
hiking.
say no
I
hiking?
said that on the phone. I said if we're gonna hike, I don't want to go, and you tricked me.
He did say that.
But to be fair, that wasn't really a hike.
No, because there are steps.
There was water everywhere.
Yeah.
That's another thing. And there was a portion that was skinny, which we were walking by, and if somebody was coming the opposite way, There was no railing there, so it was a little nervous. How do you know you're not gonna fall over? Bust our head open. That was unsafe. And also, he was distant. He took out the video that he was doing selfie mode. He was like, "Yeah, that's what's wrong with today's generation. They don't want to explore anything." And I'm like, "All right, we don't need to use the word explore right now. This is pretty paved. This is pretty explored already. We're not Christopher Columbus. Let's tone it down. It's a bunch of steps and a waterfall, and we already passed the good part. I wanted to stay over there. I was like, this is the best part of the gorge. Actually, a little bit up was better. A little bit up was better, but we had the better part. Well,
I didn't take that out. It didn't record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part where we were no, the better part was behind us when we were first on those steps where the dog was.
Mm-hmm.
That part was the best part. I didn't like the other part.
Okay.
The waterfall. I could have stayed down there, which I wanted to, and I was being pressured.
Well, I was just surprised at how quickly you started fussing.
And then your body was fussing after 15 steps. That's what I was gonna say, because then you were kind of regretting it, and you probably felt blessed that part was blocked off, because if you would have walked, I don't know, another half an hour, we might have to carry you down.
I wouldn't have done crap.
I wasn't saying I was in excruciating pain or exhausted, but what I was saying was that I
felt it.
I felt it.
That's the first step.
And I really wish that we could have gone further. I really did want to see the corner of Carl Sagan's house again.
Who is Colonel Sanders? Let me tell you something right now, okay? I'm so glad that it was blocked off, okay?
Uh-huh.
There is nothing in the world that would possess me to hike up to some high point to see the small sliver of Selena Gomez's house. No matter how much I like her, I don't want to see the corner of her house.
I don't believe you. I mean, if you were presented with the opportunity, I bet you would climb up there to see it.
He doesn't even live there. He's dead, isn't he?
He's dead, yeah.
So it's okay. So even worse. That's like, he's like, oh, Selena Gomez died. You want to go see the corner of her house? No.
This is like asking me if I want to go see a plantation.
Can we see it on Google?
What? You want to go see a plantation?
I said it's like it.
It's
like,
not
who cares?
like it at all.
Yes, it is. They're dead. They're gone. I don't need to see the location. I don't need to see the space they were living in. No. They're gone.
The corner of
his face
of this dude's house.
You know, we drove up. I think we had to cross that bridge that was overhead. We drove up to see the front of Carl Sagan's house, and from the roadway, you can see just about as much of the front as the back.
Mo.
Wow.
To this very moment, I don't know who this man is.
At this very moment, this is wild. I would never do this.
This isn't Kurt Cobain's house.
My motives were better than yours, Pastor. At least I admitted that I just wanted to see a new location for the experience. A lot better than
seeing
a corner of a house.
Not even the whole house. It's like you're saying, okay, we're gonna go to Memphis, right? And then, but to get to Elvis's house, we have to go up a trail. I'm with you on that. We get to see the suits. I think there's a plane in the backyard, something to that effect, or like some kind of bus. You know, I could see that. All right, we're gonna hike up to Elvis's house. We're gonna hike up to Michael Jackson's house. We're gonna hike up to Prince's house.
I was just about to say
we're gonna hike up to. We don't even know how far we're going.
Shit, Kobe's house had a helicopter.
Ass is gonna need to get airlifted out. We're gonna have me and you are gonna have to walk by ourselves down because he's gonna start. Oh man, I think today was the bad day to do it. I don't know. I wasn't feeling top shape today.
And as an elderly man, he's going to start complaining about
his
asthma.
Elderly. And I'm going to look at you. I'm going to say all this for Colonel Sanders' house, Mo. All this to see a sliver. I mean, there better be something going on in the backyard. There better be
fried chicken being made.
Ducks. Can you explain to us right now?
What was at that house?
Why is it so important to see this corner of this man's? I mean, this must be. Was this where Jesus was born in Bethlehem?
No, it's just that he was a famous man, a famous astronomer.
Astrologist.
Astronomer.
What is that?
Somebody who studies stars.
Yes.
He wrote these books. He was, he was like, his books were #1 on New York Times bestseller list back in the 80s.
Did you read any of his books, Pastor?
I flipped through them.
Oh my.
I think I understand what you mean. Like you would
Carl
climb
Jung's house.
You would climb to see like Elvis's house. I understand. I would climb to see Pia Zadora's house.
First of all, let me tell you. You said his name's Carl Sanders.
No, Carl Sagan.
Oh,
Sagan.
Carl Sanders is a politician.
Pia Zadora's house was supposed to be a joke. You're supposed to say who is that?
Who?
But I'm assuming that people my age listening to this podcast got the joke.
First of all,
if they got your joke, they need to sign themselves up for a special home.
Pia Zadora was a B movie actress.
He wrote such famous works as Cosmos and Pale Blue Dot. Wow, the Demon Haunted World. Maybe I'll like that.
Yeah, that sounds.
I might like that. I'll put that down.
That sounds lit. That's a great title.
Science is a candle in the dark. You might turn me on to a nice book. Now I want to go see the corner of his house. Let's go back.
After you skim the pages of
Let's go back with a Ouija board.
All right. Yeah. So let's go to the second video from the Gorge.
There's more?
Yeah. Apparently.
I don't remember.
He came prepared. This guy. Love the hoodie, by the way, Gritty.
Thank you.
Yes, it's very nice hoodie.
No. Don't start.
Yeah. I'm about to say.
You said I look like Piff the Dragon.
Piff the Magic Dragon.
No. I don't want to hear it now. Oh, this guy.
It's in a straight frame, right?
No, I thought I just...
Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Move. You sit there. His face. Why do you want to be close to us? You want to sleep in the same bed with us? Yeah, be on my level. Thank you. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Try those out.
Mo and Gritty are exhibiting their masculinity by taking pictures with one another.
Okay, first of all,
look at that masculine pose. Look this way. Wait. Alright, now take a photo. Leah, look, turn this way a little bit.
Have fun.
Are you jealous because we can actually take pictures? Pastor be taking pictures of me. My head is cut off. It's just my shirt. You might even hear him. Yeah, he probably don't even got his own recording version. There we go. 3. Thomas said, "Oh wow, dangerous! Look at him now. Look at that. Like crap." Yeah, but you. Yeah. Meditate. Let me shred for you people.
first of all, we're not
Sounds
taking pictures.
drunk.
We're not taking pictures with each other. We're taking pictures of each other, and you should be ashamed because Maurice and I are both visually impaired
Blind.
to a tremendous degree, and we can still take far better pictures than you.
Mhm.
So I sense jealousy in that video, and I posted that today, and people like that picture. So thank you.
Listen, I look so sexy in
Maurice,
that.
you're great.
Thank you.
You look great. You should have jumped and you should have gotten a picture taken of you. Which let me tell you something. Also, any good picture that came of Pastor from that trip,
Us.
I took it, or Mo took it. We took the best pictures, and we think you should praise us and not shame us. How about that?
Well, I usually take excellent pictures.
No,
I
you
just
don't.
didn't understand your phone.
No, you don't.
No. An iPhone is literally the easiest thing to take a picture with, unless you're
No,
in
it
the
had
dark.
that part on the bottom, which I didn't think counted.
Unless you
Oh
are
my
in
God.
the dark that's when you take a bad picture in an iPhone. Like we were in the most beautiful setting, perfect lighting, horrible angles.
Maybe I'm showing my age because I used to take some
quote Justin.
Great photos with a 35mm camera.
Apparently, because let me quote Justin. Pastor needs to change his Instagram profile picture. It's horrible. Quote.
Yeah, I mean, let's start with the Instagram profile picture. We could see. We got to retake that.
Oh yeah, I took that in a restaurant when I first signed up for Instagram.
Right.
Pastor Simmons talked me into trying out Instagram.
And he should have talked you away from that picture.
You should have talked you into a photo class.
I don't think he cared.
Yeah, we know he didn't. If anybody ever asks themselves, hey, why am I lonely and I can never attract people? Look at Pastor's profile pictures.
It is a bad picture. It is a very bad picture. I'll tell you that. It needs to change. It needs to go bye-bye.
I mean, you scared Stephanie.
Let me tell you something right now. I took a great picture of you at the falls. And the trick to making I should be like one of the photographers for kids at like second grade.
For real.
Because every time, the only way to get a good picture out of Pastor is to make him laugh, say something very inappropriate, make fun of him. Because when you take the picture, he's like all stiff. He took a picture. He
looks like a turtle.
He took a picture like this. I said, "Are you a bouncer?" And then I said something to make him laugh. He dropped his hands, smiled, and I said, "Click, click, next." I should have like a puppet and everything. I need to get a job working.
I think I just need to get out more.
Pastor, you take pictures as if you were walking in Compton.
Yeah, like you're frightened. Take a picture about this watershed. Like, okay, that's great, but let's loosen up a little bit. Let's smile. And then I say smile. He gives me the creepiest grin I ever seen in my life, and I have to get a real one out of him. You think it's easy taking pictures of you? You're making fun of us?
No, I know.
He said you're questioning our masculinity. Well, let me tell you something right now. We're very masculine, right, Mo? Extremely.
Very masculine. I am a dominant man.
He's a dom.
Exactly.
So how could you even question that after you heard the Valentine's Day special? That's the dom right there.
Well, I know that. and that brings me to the question that if you're so masculine and secure,
here we go.
And
No.
you're
No. I don't think you want to go here.
That you were shrieking like schoolgirls at the possibility of sharing a king-size bed in the hotel room.
Let me tell you,
that was not a king-size bed.
It wasn't a king-size bed, and even if it was, you are so off with this take. I don't know many guys that want to share a bed with another guy. I don't share beds with Dre. I don't share beds with Mo. I don't share beds with Justin. It just doesn't happen. It's just odd. It's awkward. It's not that nothing. Your masculinity is not questioned. It's just awkward, especially a smaller bed. You really want? I mean, okay, you want to go with this? Let's see. Let's take a poll. Let's see if Dre answers and what he says. Now, Dre is very masculine because I know he's sharing a bed with his woman right now. So out of all of us, he's the most masculine right now. He's with his girlfriend.
You know exactly what I can imagine what Dre's gonna say.
No, you can't. Come on, Dre.
Well, and I think it might be a generational thing.
No, it's
generational.
Not.
How many men you slept with in the same?
Yeah, how many guys are you sleeping with?
If we would go somewhere we had to share hotel rooms, there might be two people on the bed, and if there's two beds, there'd be two people on each bed, people on the floor. Sometimes it was guys, sometimes it was women, sometimes it was guys and women.
We'll sleep with women. That's fine.
Yeah. I feel uncomfortable sleeping with a woman.
Honestly, I wouldn't even share a bed like with my mom. It's just, I mean, I've like been in the bed. Like, I don't like sharing beds with people like that.
I don't know.
People, first of all, I got intimacy issues, and you want me to sleep in bed with a guy?
That is actually really true.
That's
a solid actual point.
In certain situation like taking pictures, like other things don't faze me.
I don't know if you want to like go down this road because nobody's gonna agree with you. Nobody wants to share a bed with a guy.
Okay, Pastor. Often when say a church event is happening and y'all at a conference, are y'all sharing these rooms who's choosing just one bedroom and saying, well, I'm sorry? Or is it just like, is it planned that way? Or is it somebody like hops on the trip and they're like, oh, I want to come to the trip, and then they have to sleep in the room?
No, I mean, we've done that for church conferences.
Where you purposely
we
set
had
up
4 men in a room.
Well, yeah, purposely set up one bed.
No, there was two double beds.
Mm-hmm.
Double?
Yeah.
So
We
2
had
men
4
on each
men in
bed.
the room.
In a double.
Not 4 men in the double.
No, 2 guys in a double.
Yeah.
You wanted to do 2 guys in a king and we scoffed at you, let alone 2 guys in a double. That's way less space.
Well, the people who went weren't hung up on it. We were
Well,
there to
everybody
we were
has-
there. We were there to arrive, put on our suits, go to the conference, go eat dinner, go back to the conference, come back, be exhausted, go to sleep, wake up, take showers, and then go back to put on our suit and go back to the conference. What did you say?
Did you share the shower?
Yeah, I knew that's what you were gonna say. No,
I didn't think he was gonna go there.
You see, Mo, this is the problem with this right now. He won't let it. We're not the problem because we just straight up said we're not sharing beds with you.
And here's something, Gritty, that
you won't let it go. So
Gritty,
here's
a secret.
Means to me that you want to sleep in the bed with a guy.
I don't like the way you
Gritty,
turn it that way.
hold up.
Okay.
Pause.
Then why won't you let
This
it go?
your hang up is something that I don't understand.
It's just very odd that you won't let it go because me and Mo were just like, no, we're not sharing the bed with you. Like that's kind of odd. We're not doing.
I don't agree. I'm not letting it go.
You haven't let it go since we arrived in the room.
Well, have I mentioned it from the time we got home till the podcast? No.
Probably once.
No, I didn't mention it.
You
But we're talking
mentioned it
about we're talking about vacation now.
And every time we brought it up in the room, you go, I can't believe you roll around in the bed. I can't believe why. Like, first of all, if that was me,
no, that's an exaggeration.
If that was me, I'd be like, wow, I get this whole bed for myself. You guys are pretty lame.
During the movie, I was spreading out and rolling around the bed because I was like, ha ha, it is all mine.
I'm not going from the scent of flowers to the scent of you.
But the laughter is not necessary because we don't want to be there. We did not.
Part of me, Mo, is offended. The other part is that was a great joke.
Okay. Say it again. I talked over it.
I said I don't want to come from the scent of flowers to the scent of you.
It's odd that you talk about me dragging stuff. This is a point that I can't believe you're still on. You guys don't want to share a bed with me? This is ridiculous.
I said, if we would have to go to war and we was in a tent, I understand that. But we're not in a third world country where we got to share electricity in the local pond and hole where we have to take poops at. No, we're in a first world country. You can afford 2 beds, okay?
How many times, Mo, have you been to my house and you slept on the floor?
All the time.
I've slept on many floors in my friends' houses. It's not that serious.
We don't feel bad.
As children.
I slept with
we don't sleep with guys.
all my friends at the age under 12 to 13 and it was over.
Tired? You want to go to bed by yourself like a grown man? You should have been happy. First of all, you had the whole bed to yourself. We were also out of the room for most of the night.
Well, yeah, that was nice.
Right.
That was probably the best part of the trip.
Is that we weren't around? Hey, listen, we had a good time outside.
Nah, it was awesome.
I don't blame.
Well, before we get off of it, there was another part, another element of why it bothered me like it did.
Oh boy! I mean, you see, Mo? You see?
Let it go.
No, it was the element of hospitality that I asked you guys to come on this trip, and that Mo was sleeping on the floor.
Right.
And I wanted to. I just didn't feel like that was the right atmosphere of hospitality.
Well, somebody. Okay, whether you had
technically the host.
Yeah.
You know.
If you had a couch, somebody still would have slept on the floor or a cot, but you know.
Well, we would have the couch and then the cot would have come.
Nobody. I'm the only one that thought of the cot.
Yes, you
If I
did.
didn't think of the cot,
Because I thought I was gonna get a couch.
let's say Mo slept on. Let's say I slept on the couch. Mo would have still slept on the floor because he didn't think of the cot.
And before we left, I was gonna ask Mo to bring my cot in case, and I forgot.
You don't have to worry. See, again, we don't care about sleeping on floors for a night
Yeah.
on a nice, beautiful vacation. You're the only one who cannot handle a floor.
His elderly.
Well,
son,
and
no.
since you mentioned it, when I was your age, I would sleep on the floor in a heartbeat.
Well, let me tell you, I think I have a good feeling that if it was at 4 a.m. when me and Mo got in, if we both would have crawled into bed, he wouldn't have cared. He would have let us.
He wouldn't have woken up.
That was wild. That would have been wild.
You know what? We should have took a picture of that. Past his
And
dreams are
really,
coming
to be
true.
honest with you, I was bored with this about halfway through it.
You brought it up.
Let's go. Yeah, well, I did bring it up because it was in the video. And I didn't want to be a punk and edit it out.
I didn't want to be a punk and edit it out.
You couldn't have. Because I already said it on my show that you wanted.
Oh God.
It wouldn't have mattered.
That was
The world
great.
knows already.
All right. So the next set of videos is from Taconic Falls.
Took videos there.
I didn't even know he did this.
Well,
Uh-oh.
there's quite. I think there's pictures in a short video. It's not very long.
Okay.
So after we walked through the falls in the city of Ithaca, we got some Thai food. We got some ice cream in there in between, which was really excellent.
Yeah, good ice cream.
Yeah. They had a little menu. The guy chopped up the ice cream. I don't know what he was doing back there.
Did you with the sprinkles and whipped cream?
Okay. But the ice cream was delicious. We had Thai food. Then the next day, we went to the State Diner, which I wish I got some pictures in the State Diner. I thought I took them, but there's none on my phone.
Very nice diner.
Yes. Old-fashioned diner, Art Deco, stainless steel. Food was good. Food was excellent. A lot of diners you go to now, the food tastes like the grill, and not at the State Diner. It was delicious. And then we were driving up along Lake Cayuga, and I said,
Mo was fast asleep.
Knocked out.
would you like to see the Taconic Falls? And Gritty said yes.
Something in me told me don't answer.
There's Taconic Falls.
That is so good.
There's
A horrible
there's Gritty. How's that picture?
I don't like.
Horrible.
I don't like it.
Panoramic of the falls.
That
That's
was
nice.
better. That's a beautiful picture.
All
That's
right.
all you do right is panoramics.
That was it.
That was it.
You didn't get me complaining. You didn't record me on the low. I would.
Nope. No, I didn't.
I would have.
He always missing these opportunities.
Yeah, I would have. I would have put voice notes on and recorded me complaining all 15 minutes up. 16.
Well,
minutes.
that's a good idea. I
Well,
get
too bad. You never think
It's
about
over
it.
already.
there's another opportunity.
And next
Yeah.
time you complain about not wanting to sleep in the bed with guys, I'm going to turn my voice notes on.
I'm never having this conversation again.
Good idea.
And if I win the lottery and we go on a trip together, I'm gonna put the two of you in different hotels.
That's not a bad idea.
That's a little extreme. You see,
I
he
mean,
still has a
that's
grudge.
perfect for me. I'm
See how he
okay.
has a grudge.
I don't know what I have to do.
Could have got us a room.
So
You
how'd you
know-
like the falls?
Falls
The-
were really nice.
Yeah, they were really
Thank you
nice.
for
I think
asking.
one of the best parts was watching Gritty start up after I was like getting out of my fuzziness and him hearing that thunder sound going where he goes, no.
Well, for those of you who may not have heard my episode already or don't know what we're talking about, Pastor asked us if we want to see the Taconic Falls after we had already had our. We were under the impression the trip was over, right, Mo?
Yes.
We were done.
I
We
was
were
full.
laying back, headphones in. He goes, "Hey, by the way, you guys want to see the falls?" I go, "Yeah, sure." Thinking he's gonna go, there they are over there in the distance. You see the falls? And I would have went, yeah, cool. I see him pull into a freaking park. And I go, oh no. Bad. I'm thinking to myself, I've never seen a drive-in like park where you can drive in and see a thing like a fall. So I'm like, we about to walk. And then he goes, it's about 15, 20 minutes in. I was like, is this guy serious?
All I hear is
Trip was over.
all I hear is the menu in my head, the sound of a woman's voice that sounded like she worked at McDonald's drive-through.
He was getting a ticket. And once he paid, I said, now I can't turn back because he paid. I can't, say, no, I don't want to see the falls now. I should have just intercepted the ticket. Like, no, we don't. No, we're good. Turn around. So we go up the trail, and then Pastor makes it worse by going, man, I forgot how far this was. I don't even remember how far this is. And I was like, what? And I said, you realize however far it is up. So if this is 30 minutes up, it's going to be 30 minutes back. And then we heard thunder, and I'm like, great, now we're going to get soaked. But it ended up being 16 minutes. The falls were nice. It did not rain, and it was great. It was nice.
And to be honest with you, I did not remember it was that long.
We know, because you said it about 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
What was up with the sign that said this is the whitest part? Whitest part of what?
Did he say it said that?
Yeah, it said whitest part. I could never forget that line on the sign.
I missed that.
Literally passed it. It was the sign on the right. I think it was like the halfway point. He goes, this area is the whitest part or something. I think it was like referring to the sand or something, but that's all I heard. I was so tired. I was like, what is he talking about?
I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. I just couldn't wait to get out of there.
They are beautiful, right?
They are. I love that people were swimming in it.
Yeah.
I
There they
didn't
are right
expect
there
that.
behind me. That's the Taconic Falls, the highest falls in the United States.
Oh, just in the United States. I was like, this can't be the highest falls in the world.
No.
Okay, correction.
Now, if he asked us to see if we want to see the highest falls in the world, we're not going because then we're going to get on a plane and then we got to trek. We want to see it. We don't want to experience it.
Well, there is, and I do want to experience. There's another path there that allows you to get closer to the water. That I actually wanted to do.
Y'all could, when y'all go back to Ithaca, I'll be in the car.
Sure, no problem.
That's the one you got to hike.
It is pretty cool up there. Yeah, you hike along the edge and
you want to tell the story about what happened last time you did that trail?
yeah, two of the people in our group fussed the whole time.
And one of them,
Turn back.
which will be me.
right before she would have seen the falls.
Missed it by a couple minutes.
If she just chilled out, like me, you're telling somebody else to chill out. But if she had just chilled out for 2 more minutes, she would have seen the falls from the top.
And you know what? She would have probably not cared.
That's a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the most highest possibility, Pastor.
Yeah.
Good
But
stuff,
I'm
though.
I'm sure she enjoyed about 5 cigarettes back on the way down.
Oh my
I would
God,
think she's probably stressed out and annoyed.
that's great. That's great. No, it was a fantastic. That's the only part I really didn't want to see it close up because that's what I wanted in the Ithaca was to get closer to the water in terms of like how high it was, and that's really tall. So I was really excited to do that, but we ain't do that. Maybe next time.
It just came at such an abrupt time that it just caught us off guard. If you would have said it on the way out of the hotel, you'd been like, "Oh yeah, sure, we're gonna walk, like we're ready." You just caught us off guard.
Well, I kind of caught myself off guard because I was going to drive by it. And then at the last minute, I'm like, no, why don't we go see him?
It wasn't a bad walk. I was being dramatic. It was just the anticipation, thinking it might have been a 30-minute walk, that got me heated. We didn't know how long it was going to be.
I mean, it was hot. I just took my shirt off, so whatever.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I talked about that 2 days ago.
Had to.
So,
I love
yeah.
my body.
Mo takes his shirt off, never puts it back on. We we pull into like a Nice and Easy or some kind of
Gas station.
convenience store near Montezuma, New York, and in walks, Benetton Mo with no shirt on.
And when he was asked why, because I love my body. That's
exactly.
And then when I say put your shirt on, he gives me a hard time.
Yeah, because I've never did that. I've walked in gas stations and so many places without my shirt
Isn't in
on.
Brooklyn?
When it's really hot, or if I came from a pool or something, or it was raining.
They don't.
And no one ever cares.
No one actually cares. City, right? That's in New York City.
I've done it up here too.
People shit on the street in the city. It's a different place.
I've done it upstate as well. I've walked in plenty of places upstate. The gas station near my house. I've walked in my Family Dollar. Like, no one cares. People walking with their bathing suits. What is wrong with you? Like, you've never walked in anywhere with your shirt off?
I can confess that when Mo did that, and then I criticized him, and I do remember a time that I gladly walked into the pizza shop with no shirt on and also no boxes under my basketball shorts.
Okay, that's
and
crazy.
I got yelled at. Not at the store. When I was coming back, my mom was like, "Are you serious?"
Oh my God.
Well, that used to be a big thing when I was growing up. No shirt, no service.
No, we got service.
No service from what?
But to be fair, that was in my neighborhood. I knew everybody there. So
yeah, any store that has food. Like if you go down to Jumpin' Jacks, which is like one of those outdoor hamburger joints, you can not have a shirt, I think. But if you're indoors,
bro, I was getting a Snicker bar.
That it's unsanitary.
I was getting a Snicker bar and cigarettes and everything. There was no fresh food out, like nothing to just touch.
There's still food in the store.
Oh my God! What am I gonna do? Rub my?
It was funny in the moment, but it wasn't.
Rub my six packs against the Doritos.
It was funny to see him walk in there without a shirt because it caught me off guard, but it wasn't a huge.
Well, I wish you had rubbed your six pack against the Doritos so I could have put it up here on the podcast.
You could have talked about it.
This guy. Cancel me immediately, apparently.
Oh, what are you doing to the Doritos?
They're ranch flavor.
Cool.
Oh my God. So there was another event that I just proves how blind I am and maybe racist. Gritty, I think you should
we're gonna talk about this now?
Yeah, because we skipped past the Ithaca part.
All right, we were kind of, it's not in Ithaca. That was in Taconic Falls, wasn't it?
No, that was in Ithaca.
Are you sure?
Yeah, bro.
I thought that was in Taconic Falls.
Mm-mm.
That looked like the Taconic Falls to me.
No.
Let me see.
Look at the rocks. Look how where the angle of the waterfall is at. The angle of everything.
It wasn't Ithaca.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought this was Taconic Falls. So, Pastor, did you not notice you were tagged in a picture on Instagram?
I might have missed the notification.
Why don't you go on Mo's Instagram and why don't you look at the picture of you and Mo in Ithaca at the Gorgeous? A beautiful picture that Mo took of you and him. You were tagged in it. This is you. Do you recognize yourself?
That's not me.
That's not you. He thought it was you for hours. He tagged you in it. He said that was you.
I tagged you. I thought it was you, Pastor.
I looked at that picture before I took a nap.
It's too bright.
I looked at that picture before I took a nap, and I go, that is not Pastor. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. That's definitely not Pastor. And then I get up, and we go do the podcast with Justin. I'm like, Justin, take a look at this picture. This is supposed to be Pastor. That is not Pastor. And then we finally enlighten him, and he starts cracking up because for hours or for days, he thought that was you.
I did.
So I vote that it was because you're blind and racist.
That's a blind moment if I ever seen one.
Hold on, Pastor. There's more to it. So I'm going to send you the other two.
Oh, if you click on it, you could see him like he sees Mo taking the picture and he doesn't know what to do because he's in the crosshairs. So he just poses very nicely, and Mo thought that was you. Mo
Look
thought
at
that.
he's being so polite. He's just standing there.
Yeah, he's like, all right, you done? And then he probably thought that you wanted him in the pic. Because you insist on you taking it, and he's like, want me in.
Look at how big that Mo's smiling in that picture.
He thought that was you.
I thought that was you, Pastor. It was so good. Just you clicked on the last one, the last live picture.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and he went for it. He was a great sport.
He was like, hey, I mean, what am I gonna do? I gotta know where to go. I gotta go through this picture. Hey,
I go through this.
that's a classic. We gotta make a we gotta make a poster of that. You gotta put that on your wall.
I do.
Put that in the studio. Mo and Pastor.
All right,
I mean, if that man ever joined AME, he's gonna be our next pastor. Wouldn't that be
You just what?
I just turned down the brightness. There.
I already showed it.
This one,
I showed it.
where Mo is like, where Mo's smiling from ear to ear. Look, everybody, there's my pastor.
Yeah.
Looking nothing like him. I don't know where we were.
I don't even know where y'all was. I thought y'all was
where. I thought that was in fucking Taconiga Falls.
No, that was.
I didn't even know that was in Ithaca.
That was a great picture.
There you go, Pastor. Your new look.
Thank you.
And that is very amusing.
That was.
Oh,
I call that's what you call a Kodak moment, Pastor.
That is a blind moment. Usually a blind moment is for us visually impaired people when you looking for something and it's right in front of you, you don't notice it. I never seen one like this. I never seen one somebody take a picture with somebody and it ain't them. And it's the wrong guy. And it gets posted and tagged. And it's missed by everybody. Everybody that's supposed to be in the picture, nobody noticed.
That's great.
There you go. You got to track that guy down.
Well, if I ever do anything wrong, I'm going to post that picture of myself.
This is me. Or if you're ever in trouble, we'll just put that. We'll send the FBI that picture. We'll send the police. They'll put that picture up on the wanted poster.
Yeah, this is when Pastor and I were in something falls.
So if I ever lie to the judge, right, about it, like, send us the picture of the thing. And they're like, oh, isn't this the guy that was in the picture of you? I'm like, yeah, that's Pastor.
The FBI knows.
Wait.
For any facial or
no, never.
Don't bring Mo to a lineup. Yeah, that's
never bring you to a lineup.
Put a guy away for 40 years.
Forever, he would be dead. I mean, I might get a black guy, a Spanish guy, and a white guy confused.
Man was so happy to be in your picture.
That was
the best part. He was so amused.
I wish he said something
like
to me
5 times, and he just stood there the whole time and was like, "Hey."
Yeah, I wish he had came up and said something to me. I would have loved it.
He probably thought you were taking the picture. He walked by, and then you wanted him in the picture because that's what it looked like.
Oh man,
it looked like you seen him.
Yeah, okay.
You thought it was. You didn't think it was him, Jerry, whoever that is.
Yeah,
I want to find him. Send him a gift card.
I think I put Ethica. I'm putting another picture. So I hope if he's a smart man, he has Instagram and just put Ethica and probably was like, oh, what happened in the last few weeks? Because it does that. So,
I'm a pastor.
So yeah, that was my blindness. And all white people look the same.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. That was great.
You're welcome. You all look the same to me.
So we have one more bit of video. All the video I really took from the zoo is on the GoPro, which I left in Rochester. But I got a little bit on the phone.
You should have asked me. I took tons of video.
Well, I want to do a special zoo episode at some point.
Oh, you want a whole episode on the zoo?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna drag it.
Well, maybe.
That's a little much for a whole episode.
I'm gonna look at how the footage is.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a vlog, Pastor.
May or may not. Yeah.
I mean, that's something you can knock out in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I think.
Great.
Well, yeah, I like that idea of vlog instead of an episode.
I don't remember you taking that much footage.
I didn't. Well, I wasn't there long enough to know.
Yeah, well, it was subtle because it was the GoPro. I just kept hitting the button.
Oh,
Right.
smart.
Yeah. All right. So here's our last bit of videos. The last. I think there's a video, pictures, and a video. The last video is the bit of video that I am the proudest of for the whole vacation. So here we go.
Can't wait to see this.
This is gonna be interesting.
Bad.
I know. Look, he is definitely the most submissive. He's the only one that has been castrated. So I think he's got a little less testosterone, a little less.
So there's the alpacas. More alpacas. More alpacas. Mo as a lion.
Lion Mo.
Lion Mo. Lion Gritty. There you go.
Wait, what was that last
Oh,
one?
why are you so proud of it?
There you go.
Why are you so proud?
Because the fence came in so clear.
That's it. I thought something big was about to happen. I thought somebody was gonna fall. I thought like an alpaca was gonna spit on you.
I was just
It was a nice video, but you
setting you up.
That was nice. That was a nice video, but you oversold it.
Yeah.
A little bit. The alpacas were great. The goat. I mean, you should have. I would have definitely sent you goat video to show. You should have showed the goat one today. That was great. The goats we saw like 7, 8 goats.
Right.
Little
Well, that's
baby.
all on the GoPro.
Oh, I'm saying I would have sent you them though. We could have showed
Oh,
them here.
okay. All right. Okay.
You know, what's interesting is I was feeling some type of way that woman was going after that poor goat so hard. She's like, yeah, he has less testosterone. I was like, what's up with this
Oh,
woman?
the
in this-
alpaca?
The
Yeah.
alpaca, yeah. I was like, what's wrong with this woman?
No, she was talking about
She was-
Gritty.
No, she was not talking about me. First of all,
Wow.
Right now, I have so much testosterone that I don't want to sleep in the same bed as you, and I denied your incessant asking and your incessant pleading to sleep in the bed with me. I had enough testosterone to turn you down and man up and say no. I was not swayed by you. Okay.
Yeah, he had
Oh,
some
man.
testosterone. You had to trick
I was
him into
man
walking
enough.
up.
Let me tell you something also right now. You guys couldn't even figure out the key card. I had enough testosterone to go and ask myself, how does the key card work? And I said, let me get a cot.
There's no you guys. It was just him.
Okay, just him. Let me get a cot for the manliest man in the room. Because I'm not sleeping with a guy.
Well, now you're bringing it back up.
Well, you brought up testosterone. And I just want to say that if
Yeah,
you want to
you're
bring
talking to him.
testosterone in the
It was
case,
just a cheap shot. I mean, it set itself up.
and let me
We
tell
don't
you
do
something right
cheap
now.
shots. We do.
Let me tell you something right
bazookas.
now. Let me tell you something right now. That alpaca was really cute, and it was sad. It was a very sad sight because all the other alpacas were up on the fence to get food, and he just was staring at us in the back, like I can't go up there. Like he was too afraid to go up and get food, and that's why
He was
and I think-
castrated.
I think I had said something. I was like, why isn't he coming up? And one of us said something about it. And I was like, why is he just chilling like that? He was just like looking all frightened. And she was like, oh, he's castrated. He doesn't have enough testosterone. So the lady had to lure all the other alpacas to the left side. And then we lured the sub alpaca to the right side, and we got to feed. And that was a nice moment.
Yes.
Because it was like odd to watch it. Like it was sad to watch it just not get food. Like they were not letting it get food. And it was very cute.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Not like the goats. The goats were all over. The alpacas were they were ready to jump us. When they saw us feeding the
I don't
goat,
like alpacas at all.
and Pastor also doesn't like camels.
And don't care for camels either.
It's something against camels. A grudge.
It's not
Does
really a
something
grudge. I don't know. It just,
I respect it.
Yeah,
if it's got
cute.
one hump, I like camels, but I do not like 2-hump camels.
Hey, you're humpist.
Yeah, we talked about that at the zoo. I am a humpist.
You're a hump
That's
pessimist.
why I won't sleep in the bed with you.
I'm gonna be quiet.
So what was your favorite part of the trip?
Probably the gorges were the best. The gorges, and then hanging out till like 4:30 with Mo and then our new friend Jackson.
So why don't you tell people that you hung out on the Commons, from like 1 o'clock in the morning to about 4?
It was like 12:30.
Yeah, it was like 12:30 till 4:30 probably. Went outside. We took pictures. You would have loved that. We took a lot of pictures. You would have caught us doing a photo shoot out there. Mo got scared by a homeless man who looked like he was going to stab us, but he just asked for a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then
I was about to punch him in the face.
We walked up and down the block. We sat down, and then a nice young man named Jackson came up to us, bummed a cigarette from Mo, and we ended up talking to him for like 3 hours. And I don't smoke, but I smoked that night because they were blowing so much clouds in my face. I was getting high off the nicotine.
Oh,
great time.
My bad.
Then we went upstairs, and I slept in the cot, as I was supposed to, and Mo slept on the floor.
And Mo slept on the floor as he was.
I don't think he even slept.
I barely did.
And none of y'all. Oh, that was a nice shower, by the way.
I didn't take a shower.
First. Yeah, you didn't take a shower. You should have taken a shower just cause. Just cause it was a nice shower.
Okay,
Glass doors, nice pressure. It was very nice.
Okay.
I took it by myself, by the way, all by myself.
Yeah, he took it all by himself. He's a
by
real
myself.
man.
While everybody was asleep.
While I was in cold freezing, but it was a great.
That's why I told you to take a shower because it was so cold.
Yeah.
That by the time I came out of the shower, I steamed up the whole room so I could be warm by the time I got out.
Yeah.
And it worked.
For me, Pastor, it would have been definitely. I gotta say the whole Ithaca thing was my favorite. Like there was that one thing was my moment, and I loved it all. And yeah, that was my favorite part. All of it together. It was from the beginning, since we got there to us going to sleep. It was just fantastic. I did not expect it, and I was really sad that it was just one day. And I really was like, dang, next time we come out here, it got to be like on a Thursday or a Friday, you know? And we're gonna do like at least a Thursday and do like 2 days because it's definitely worth it. It was a lot to see, and you know, I would love to take the extra day to even drive out to the other ones, you know?
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. A lot of healthy people, a lot of good looking healthy people. Everybody traveling all over the place. It was a nice things to look at. A lot of nice things to look at.
Very nice. Let's go to Salem next, where they hung the witches. That's where I want to go.
I wouldn't mind going. I've never been there.
You would like that. You would like Salem. Yeah. It's a nice small town. A lot of interesting, spooky stuff to do. We can go out of October, or unless you want to go. It's higher. I think it's higher prices in October. We can go when it's not October. We just go when it's not winter, so you could do the ghost tour and walk around. You do the ghost tour. It's on a projector. I did that once, and then I did the one outside where they bring you to. You want to talk about going to houses? You're gonna go to a house with the sheriff who used to be a corrupt sheriff, and then he died, and his ghost is in the window. This is something you hike for. We're gonna see some real houses. We're gonna go to the cemetery where they have the stone where they have all the witches or were accused witches names there. Very spooky, very cool. A lot of nice shops. We're gonna spend some money. We're gonna see some ghosts. We're gonna have a good time. I put that in the list. I put that on the list of the next trip.
Oh, let's do it.
You guys are gonna like that.
That sounds good to me.
I'm down for that. I can see myself doing that around because I have a friend that went around in September, and she said it was a great time to go.
You want to talk about vlogging? You're gonna be able to vlog. We have the Witch Museum. It's like a show. They have like a whole show about this girl who put her name in the devil's book. A play, and then I hope that building's still there. When you're done with the play, you walk downstairs, and they have the actual. They remade it, but I think it's where they used to have the witches or in the prisons, and they have like clay. They have like clay statues and stuff. I don't know if it's made out of clay, but statues, and they have the bars set up so you could see how it actually looked, and they have like the mother and the children in the cages, and they have the noises. It's wild. It's nice. Whoa. They do it up good. They do it up very good.
That's lit.
A lot of good stuff.
So I don't know if we were in the right place or not. However, when we walked down past the Thai restaurant where we got dinner, there was an empty lot. and
Yeah, by the tattoo shop.
like I had a stroke of familiarity, and I think that empty lot was where the club, the Haunt, was.
Mm.
That I mentioned. That's where we'd go, and I saw that great concert. And
Yes.
That's interesting.
We can get tattoos next to it next time. Tattoo shop right there.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You get matching Ithaca tattoos.
I'm not getting any more tattoos.
So he says.
I'm done with tattoos.
So he says.
So I guess that's it, right? We're done.
That was
it. That was it. I mean, how about you, Pastor? You said what was your favorite part?
I think I nothing specific. I really liked being in the Hollywood. That was exciting to me. Being on the Commons was just exciting, but I really appreciated your company because for the last decade I've gone on vacation by myself, and I really don't relax because I'm by myself.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm going out in public trying to do things. When you're doing it all by yourself all the time, it's a drag. So I appreciated your company, and I think my favorite part of the trip was that I actually relaxed on this trip by the end of it.
That's awesome.
Like it took me it took me time to unwind.
Oh yeah.
But
we know.
But the
that's what I was gonna say. If you were relaxed on this trip, I can't wait till the next one when you're more relaxed. Because you didn't look that relaxed.
No, but I mean the trip all totaled. Like we going to the zoo, and then going to Rochester, and actually, I'll mention after I went to Rochester to see my mentor in ministry, I walked through I don't remember the name of it, but a conservatory in one of the parks in Rochester. There's beautiful plants and flowers and yada yada yada. And I actually sat on benches for a while and just took it all in instead of like racing through it. Then we drove to Grand Island near Buffalo to meet a couple colleagues in ministry. One of the pastors I'd never met in person, only on Zoom, and we had a great time and ate some really, really, really great food.
Awesome.
It was the couple that started the restaurant moved up to that area after Katrina, and they wanted to share Louisiana cooking with upstate New York. And it's probably the best chicken that I've had in 10 to 15 years. It was that
Oh.
good.
Oh wow, that's a
Yeah.
big prop.
Yep.
So do you wish that we could have stayed at Ithaca a little longer?
Yeah, I could have done another day.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one that was thinking that way. Okay.
I
Yeah.
could have spent another day. I could have done it easily. Great place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then next time we went to the Gorgeous, Pastor would have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Instead of being on his phone, which we didn't mention.
Yeah.
More on his phone than the youngsters.
Oh my
Me
God, it
and
was
Mo were
shameful.
just sitting on the edge. We were chilling,
Meditating,
watching, thinking of nothing, and Pastor's swiping away on the phone. Very disappointed.
Well, I was getting texts about church business.
or whatever.
There is a function on your phone when you're on vacation that you must use. There's a moon right there.
And it's so good they updated it.
Yeah, during the podcast, I hit the moon, and
Uh-huh.
that people they can't get to you when you do that. It's impossible for them to get to you.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I didn't know that.
It's a nice invention that you should use next time you're on vacation.
Yes. Yes. So was I that torqued up? I mean, at the beginning, I know I was, but I starting to relax, like day by day.
You coming at Bernie Mac in the movie, you were still obviously a little wound up because there was obviously no reason to be annoyed at Bernie Mac in one of the funniest movies ever.
He was just getting on my nerves in the beginning.
It's a funny movie, and Pastor was like, we're all laughing, enjoying ourselves, and of course, here comes Pastor. Yeah, Bernie Mac's really pissing me off. We're like, how? This is a hilarious movie. What are
I
you
said
talking
getting
about?
on my nerves. I didn't say pissing me off.
It's the same thing, though. Is it not the same deal?
But did I not compliment the movie at the end?
You did,
Yeah, it took you a while.
but it took you a while. You was
No, I
complaining.
really did enjoy that movie.
I'm glad.
Yeah, that movie's fantastic. I would buy if
Yeah,
you didn't
too.
enjoy that movie.
Yeah,
Because you know what it was?
Hey,
It
I
was-
figured I'll take you out to lunch since we slept together. That guy's face. Oh my God. Jerome is gonna be mad today. We're gonna be upset.
It was anticipatory disappointment. Like, there's a lot of stories like that with the son-in-law and the father-in-law don't like each other, and by the end they like each other, and it's always, the progression is always kind of somewhat believable and you sometimes corny, but the people that wrote this movie did a great job with that progression.
Guess
And
who?
I-
Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher. That's what we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. What's the name of the movie?
Guess
That-
who?
guess who? Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, Guess Who? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, I know you know what? This is gonna definitely be extra. Pastor, you got to experience new music with us.
Yeah, we blasted 3-6 Mafia
Yep.
on the trip. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy me taking the phone for the music?
I did. And I liked everything you played.
And you were probably praying during some of it. Some of it was a little much. Well, you finally listened. You didn't know about Green Day American Idiot, one of the greatest
Oh my
albums
God.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You need to did you hear it after that, or you haven't got time yet?
I haven't gotten time yet.
Was just listening to it before this episode. It's such a good album. You gotta listen to that.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will.
Check it out.
I gave you my reason why I probably didn't hear it.
Yeah, it's a hard
So-
word.
I was in the throes of addiction.
No excuse. No excuse.
I wasn't listening to new albums.
No excuse. You could
I
be.
had money for a new album. I was buying drugs.
Oh my God.
Could have made it part of the experience.
Yeah. I thought you were at least
When you're up all wired up, you could have been listening to American Idiot.
Yeah.
Could have been listening to Holiday.
Well, you could if the drugs I was using didn't make me so paranoid that any peep or movement would, in my mind was tipping off the police to what we were doing.
We're in the mood to blast Green
Yeah.
Day.
So if anyone's thinking about addiction, it's no fun.
I don't think it's definitely not. I don't think anybody thought of it.
Well, no, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to whoever might be watching or listening to the podcast.
that's getting a little too excited with that new product they've been using. Yeah.
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 Yep. It's like a little bit, just a little bit more, a little bit more, and then all of a sudden, your paycheck.
You're naked next to a bridge.
Yeah.
Well,
Thinking it's normal.
Oh my God. I'm gonna leave this conversation alone.
Happy vacation.
Great vacation. We didn't even take a picture with all three of us, by the way.
Yes.
We should have had somebody take one of us at the Gorges.
I wouldn't have, because that person wouldn't have been able to make Pastor laugh. They would have just took the picture.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Pastor would have looked crazy in the picture.
He would have looked unsafe with me next to him and you.
You would have had to like tell a joke in his ear or something before they took it.
Like, hey, the guy that's taking the picture of us, he's ugly.
The guy that took the picture, I would have gave him a sock puppet and say, "Here, just entertain him. He's gonna be odd. He's stiff."
All right, we end the episode the same way every time with a prayer. So let us pray. And Father God, I pray a prayer of gratitude that I appreciate that we were able to travel and have a good time as we were traveling. I thank you for the means to be able to have that vacation. And that, Lord, I thank you that we traveled safely. So, Lord, I ask that you keep Gritty and that you keep Mo lifted. And that, Lord, I ask that the desires of their heart match up with your will. So, God, we ask a blessing on everybody listening or watching this podcast today. And that, Lord, we acknowledge you as our creator, our friend, our healer, and our savior. And I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Amen. Good night.
Off to
Good
Carl
night.
Sagan's house.